Listen to this. Have a look at this. A man of 87 wanted to cross the road. There's a lot of traffic, you see. Can't see how it's going to squeeze through. So, he crawls under a lorry.
He what?
He crawled under a lorry. A stationary lorry.
No.
The lorry starts and runs over him.
Go on.
That's what it says here.
Get away.
I mean, it's enough to make you want to puke, isn't it?
Who advised him to do a thing like that?
A man of 87 crawling under a lorry.
It's unbelievable.
It's down here in black and white.
Incredible. I've been meaning to ask you.
What are you doing back there?
Well, I was
Well, what about that tea?
Well, I was just about to make it.
Well, go on, make it then.
Yes, I will. He's laid on some very nice crockery this time, I'll say that. Sort of striped. There's a white stripe. It's very nice, I'll say that. Sort of round the cup, round the rim. All the rest black, then the saucer's black. Except where the cup goes, where it's white. And the plates are the same, except there's a black stripe to plates right across the middle. Yes, I'm quite taken with the crockery.
Yeah, well, what do you want plates for? You're not going to eat.
I bought a few biscuits.
You better eat them quick. Time's getting on.
I always bring a few biscuits. Or a pie. You know, I can't drink tea without anything to eat.
Yeah, well, how about that tea then, eh?
You got any cigarettes? I think I've run out. Maybe it won't be a long job, this one. Oh, I want to ask you something. What's that?
A child of 8's killed a cat.
No.
It's a fact. Imagine that. A child of 8 killing a cat.
How did he do it?
It was a girl.
Why did she do it?
She...
Why
Oh,
not?
just a minute. Her brother, aged 11, viewed the incident from the tool shed.
Go on.
It's bloody ridiculous.
I bet he did it.
Who?
The brother.
I think you're right. God, imagine that. A child of 11 killing a cat and blaming it on his little sister of 8. It's enough to make you want to...
What time is he getting in touch? What time is he getting in touch?
What's the matter with you? It could be any time. Any time.
I've been meaning to ask you something.
What?
Have you noticed the time that tank takes to fill?
What tank?
In the lavatory.
No, doesn't.
Terrible.
Yeah, well, what about it?
What do you think's wrong with it?
It's nothing.
Nothing?
It's got a deficient ball cock, that's all.
Deficient what?
Ball cock.
No, really?
That's what I should say.
Go on. Didn't occur to me. Didn't have a very restful sleep last night, did you? Not much of a bed. We done with an extra blanket too. Hello, what's this? First 11 cricketers. You seen this, Ben?
What?
First 11.
What?
There's a photo here of the first 11.
First 11.
Doesn't say.
How about that tea then, eh?
Well, look a bit old to me. I'd like to live in this dump. I wouldn't mind if I had a window, you can still like outside.
What do you want a window for?
Well, whiles away the time. I mean, you come into a place you've never seen before. You come in when it's still dark. You sleep all day. You do your job and go away in the night again. I'd like to get a look at the scenery. I don't get a chance in this
You
job.
get your holidays, don't you?
Only a fortnight.
Oh, you kill me. Anyone would think you're working every day. Haven't we got a jobber? Once a week? What are you complaining about?
Yes, but you have to be on tap, though, don't you? You can't move out the house in case a call comes.
Well, you know what your problem is, don't you?
What?
You've got no interests.
Oh, I've got interests.
All right, name me one of your interests.
Oh, I've got interests.
Okay. So what have I got?
I don't know, what?
I've got my woodwork. I've got my model boats. I'm never idle. I know how to occupy my time to its fullest advantage, and when the call comes, I'm ready.
You never get a bit fed up?
Fed up? What with?
You got any cigarette? I think I've run out. There she goes. No, I say the crookie's good, it is, it's very nice. That's all I can say for this place. It's worse than the last one. Do you remember last time, where was it? We said a wireless then. No one, if he doesn't seem to bother much about our company these days.
Oh, when are you going to stop jabbering?
You get rheumatism in a place like this, if you stay long.
We're not staying long. I'll make the tea, will you? Time's getting on.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask you. Why did you stop the car in the middle of that road this morning?
You were asleep.
I was, but I woke up. You did stop then, didn't you? In the middle of that road. I looked out, it was all misty. Thought perhaps you wanted a kip, but you were sat there, dead straight, like you were waiting for
I
something.
wasn't waiting for anything.
Must have gone back to sleep again. What was all that about then, eh? Why'd you stop?
We were too early.
Early?
Yeah.
What do you mean? We got the call, didn't we? Said we had to start straight away. We did. We shoved down the dot. How could we be too early?
Who took the call? Me or you?
You.
Right. We were too early.
Too early for what? You mean someone had to get out before we got in? I thought those sheets didn't look too bright. I thought they ponged a bit. Hey, that's taking a bit of a liberty, isn't it? And I don't want to share my bed sheets. I told you things were going down the drain. We've always had clean sheets laid up to now. I've noticed it.
How do you know your sheets weren't clean?
What do you mean?
How do you know your sheets weren't clean? You slept in them all day.
Oh, you mean it might be my pong? Well, it could be my pong, I suppose. Don't really know what I pong like, that's the trouble. Hey,
Oh.
Ben.
Oh.
Ben.
What?
What town are we in? I've forgotten.
Oh, we're in Birmingham, I've told you already.
Go on. That's in the Midlands. Second biggest city in Great Britain. I'd never have guessed. Hey, it's Friday today, it'll be Saturday tomorrow.
Yeah, well, what about it?
We can go watch the Villa.
Oh, they're playing away.
Oh, are they? That's a shame.
Anyway, there's no time. We've got to get back straight away.
Well, we've done in the past, haven't we? Stayed over and watched the game, haven't we, for a bit of relaxation?
Things have tightened up, mate. They've tightened up.
I saw the Villa get beaten at cup tie once. Who was it against now? White shirts. It was 1-1 at half time, I'll never forget it. Their opponents won by a penalty. Talk about drama, yes, it was a disputed penalty. Disputed. You were there yourself.
Not me.
Yes, you were. Don't you remember that disputed penalty?
No.
He went down just inside the area. They all said he was acting. I don't think I'd have touched him myself, but the referee had a ball on the spot.
He didn't touch him. He laid the man out flat.
Not the Villa. They don't play that sort of game.
Oh, get out of it.
Hey, that must have been here in Birmingham.
What must?
The Villa, they were playing here.
No, they were playing away.
No, because you know who was against. It was the Spurs. It was the Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, what about it?
We've never done a job in Tottenham.
How do you know?
I'd remember Tottenham.
Ha! Don't make me laugh.
What time is he getting in touch? I'd love to see another football match. I've always been an ardent football fan. Yeah, what about going to see the Spurs tomorrow?
We're playing away.
Well, they might be playing here.
Don't be ridiculous.
Well, if they're playing away, they might be playing here. They might be playing the Villa.
The Villa are playing away.
Ben?
Away. They're all playing away.
Ben, look here.
What?
Look.
What's that?
I don't know.
Where'd it come from?
There's a door.
Pick it up.
What do you mean?
Pick it up. What is it?
It's an envelope.
It's sealed?
Yes.
It's signed.
No.
Well, go on then, open it.
What?
Open it. What's in it?
Matches.
Matches.
Yes.
There's nothing on it. It's not a word.
That's a bit funny, isn't it?
Well, go on.
Go on where?
Go on, look outside and see if you can catch anyone.
Who, me?
Go on! What did you see?
Nothing.
Well, they must have been pretty quick then, mustn't they?
Well, they'll come in handy,
Yes.
won't they?
Yes, they will, won't they?
Yes, I could do with them. I could do with them too.
You could, eh? You're always catching matches, aren't you?
All the time.
Yeah, well, they'll come handy then.
Yes.
Why?
Well, we haven't got any.
Well, you've got some now.
We could light the kettle now.
How many have you got there?
About a dozen.
Red 2. You don't even need a box. We shouldn't waste them anyway. Don't waste them! Well, go on. light it.
Like what?
Oh, the kettle.
You mean the gas?
Who does?
You do.
What do you mean?
Well, that's what you mean, don't you? The gas.
If I say go and light the kettle, I mean go and light the kettle.
How can you light a kettle?
Oh, it's a figure of speech. A figure of speech?
I've never heard it.
Oh, it's in common usage. Light the kettle.
I think you've got it
Oh,
wrong.
what do you mean?
They say put on the kettle.
Who does? Right. Because never in all of my life have I ever heard anybody say, put on the kettle.
I bet my mother used to say
Your
it.
mother?
Yeah.
When did you last see your mother?
I don't know.
Well, what are you ringing up your mother for? Gus, I'm not trying to be unreasonable here. I'm just trying to point something out to you.
Yes,
Who's
but-
the senior partner here? Me or you?
You.
Right. Nobody says put on the kettle. You've got to learn, mate.
Yes, but I've never
Nobody
heard.
says light the gas. What does the gas light?
What does the
Oh, it's the kettle, you
All
fool!
All right.
What are you waiting for?
I want to see if they lie.
Oh, what lights?
The matches. I'll try on here. There we are.
Just put on the bloody kettle for Christ's sake.
It's going.
It's going.
The stove. I wonder who it's going to be tonight. I wanted to ask you.
Oh, for Christ's
No,
sake.
I wanted to ask you something.
What are you sitting on my bed for? Oh, what is the matter with you? You've never asked me this many damn questions. What is the matter with you?
Nothing.
So many goddamn questions.
Just wondering. That's
Well, you can stop wondering. You've got a job to do. Remember that.
That's what I was wondering about, Ben.
Oh,
The job.
what?
I thought you might have an idea. You know who's going to be tonight.
What's gonna be?
Who's going to be?
You okay?
Sure.
I'll make the tea.
Yeah, sure. Oh, the gas has gone out.
Oh, what about it?
Well, there's a meter.
I've got no money.
Well, nor have I.
Well, just do without then. You can wait.
Wait for what?
For Wilson.
But he might not come. He might just send a message. He doesn't always come.
Yeah, well then you have to do without then, won't you?
Blimey.
Have one after. What's the matter with you?
I'd like one before. I don't know. That's a bit much, you know, for my money. I hope he's got a shilling if he comes, anyway. He's in Tartwave, after all, it's his place. He could have seen there was enough gas for a cup of tea.
What do you mean it's his place?
Well, isn't it?
It doesn't have to be. He's probably only rented it.
I know it's his place. I bet the whole house is. He's not even laying on any gas now, either. It's his place, all right. Look at all the other places. You go to an address, there's a key there, there's always a teapot. Never a soul in sight. Hey, nobody hears a thing. Have you ever thought of that? We don't get any complaints, do we? Too much noise. Or anything like that. You never see a soul. The bloke who comes. I wonder if these walls are soundproof. Can't tell. All we do is wait, eh? Half the time, he doesn't even bother showing an appearance, Wilson.
Well, why should he? He's a busy man.
Find him hard to talk to, do you know that?
I'll scrub round it, will you?
There's a number of things I want to ask him when I see him, but I never get round to it. I've been thinking about that last one.
Last one.
That girl. How many times you read that paper?
What do you mean?
Well, I was just wondering how many times you read that paper.
What are you doing? Are you criticising me?
No, I was just...
How many times have I... You're going to get a smack on the ear hole if you're not careful.
Oh, now look here,
I'm
Ben.
not looking anywhere. How many times have I... It's a bloody liberty.
You mean it like that?
Didn't mean it like anything. You will sit down, shut up and do your job.
Just thinking about that last one.
What last one?
That girl. I know she wasn't much to look at, but still. It was a mess though, wasn't it? What a mess. Honest, I don't think I've seen a mess like that one. They don't seem to hold together. Like men, women. I lose a texture like. Isn't she spread? Isn't she half spread? God. But I mean to ask you, who clears up after we're gone? I'm curious about that. Who does the clearing up? Maybe they don't clear up. You ever thought of that? How many jobs we've done, I can't count them. Maybe they don't clear anything up after we've gone.
You mutt. You think we're the only branch of this organisation? They've got departments for everything, cleaners and all.
What, cleaners and all?
You Burke.
No, it was just that girl. Made me start to think.
What is it?
You have a look at it.
Read it.
2 braised steak and chips, 2 sago puddings, 2 teas without sugar, 2 teas without sugar. What do you think of that?
Whoa.
Well, give us a chance! They're in a hurry, aren't they? That's a bit funny, isn't it?
Funny. It's not funny at all. Just probably used to be a cafe upstairs. That's all.
A cafe?
Mm.
Well, this was the kitchen down here?
Sure. You know, these places change hands very quickly. Overnight. They go into liquidation. The owners who run it, they don't find it a going concern, they move out. Leaving a cafe.
What, you mean the people out this place before didn't find out a going concern and moved out?
Sure.
Well, who's got it now?
What do you mean?
Well, who's got it now? If they moved out, who moved in?
It all depends.
soup of the day, liver and onions, jam tart.
We've got to send something up.
Eh?
We've got to send something up.
Oh yeah, it's just
Go on,
maybe
what have you got in that bag?
Not much. Wait a minute!
Don't do that.
Biscuits, bar of chocolate. Oh, half pint of milk.
Is that all?
Oh, we've got the tea.
Alright, cool.
Well, we can't send the tea. It's all the tea we've got.
You've got no gas. What are you going to do with it?
Maybe they could send us down a bowl.
What have you got in the bag?
One Eccles cake.
You've got one Eccles cake.
Yes.
You never told me you had an Eccles cake.
No?
What? Well, only one. Didn't you bring one for me?
Oh, I didn't think you'd be keen.
Well, you can't sum up one Eccles cake anyway.
Why not?
Fetch a plate.
All right. I mean, I can keep the Eccles cake then.
Keep it.
Oh, they don't know we've got it, do they?
That's not the point.
I like it.
No, you can't keep it. I'll fetch a plate. Where did these come from?
What?
Where did these crisps come from?
Where did you find them?
You're playing a dirty game, Moab.
I only eat those with crisps.
With crisps? Where are you going to get more crisps
I
from?
meant beer then.
Beer! Mmm. And where are you going to get beer from?
Well, I was saving them till I did.
I'll remember this. Put everything on the plate. Oh, just a minute!
Oh, it's gone up.
It's all your stupid fault anyway, playing about.
What are we going to do now?
We'll just have to wait till it comes back down again. Go on, let's get ready.
How you been?
What?
What's going on here? How can this be a cafe?
It used to be a cafe.
Have you seen the gas stove?
No.
It's only got 3 rings.
Yeah, well, what about it?
You couldn't cook much on 3 rings, not for a busy place like this.
Well, that's why the service is slow.
Yes, but what happens when we're not here? All these orders coming down, nothing going up. It's been going on like this for years. What happens when we're not here? Can't do much business. Macaroni Pastizio or Mytha Macarona.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Macaroni Pastizio or Mytha Macaronada.
Yes, Greek dishes.
No. That's pretty high class.
Well, quick, before it goes up.
3 Movities digestives, 1 Smith's crisps, 1 fruit and nut, 1 Yorkshire tea, 1 Eccles cake.
And 1 Bottle of milk.
1 bottle of milk. Express dairy, half a pint.
You shouldn't shout like that.
Why not?
It's not the dumb thing. Well, go on, that'll do them for now. So get ready. We're on the job in a minute.
I think so, eh? This is some place, no tea, no biscuits.
Eating makes you lazy, mate. You're getting lazy. You know that. You don't want to get slack on your job.
Who, me?
Slack, mate. Slack.
Who, me? Slack?
Alright. Have you checked your gun yet? Oh, you haven't even checked your gun. Go on. Oh, you haven't even polished it! Look at it, it looks disgraceful anyway. Why don't you ever polish it?
I wonder where the cookies. They must have had a few to cope with that. Oh, maybe they had a few more gas stoves. Maybe there's another kitchen down the passage.
Of course there is. You know what it takes to make an Omri Macaroni?
No, what?
An Omri... Oh. Buck up your ideas, will you?
Takes a few cooks, eh? Well, the sooner out of this place, the better. Why doesn't he get in touch? I feel like we've been here years. We've never let him down, though, have we? I mean, we've never let him down. I was thinking just the other day, Ben. We're reliable, aren't we? Still, I'll be glad when it's over tonight. Hope the bloke doesn't make a fuss or anything. Feeling a bit off, got a splitting headache. One bamboo shoot, water chestnuts and chicken, 1 char suey and bean sprouts.
Bean sprouts.
Yes,
Blimey.
I wouldn't know where to begin. They've sent back the tea.
What did they do that for?
Maybe it isn't tea time.
But we've got to tell them.
Tell them what?
But we can't do it. We've sent up all we had.
I wonder how they like the rest of that stuff.
Go on, lend us your pencil. We'll write a note.
What's that?
What's what?
This?
Oh, it's a speaking tube. Should have used it earlier instead of shouting up.
How long has that been there?
Well, go on.
What'd you do?
Pull it out. See that? It's a whistle. Blow into it.
Blow?
You blow into it, and it whistles up there, and they know you want to speak. Well, go on.
I can't even
Blow!
think.
Go on, talk!
The Lord is bare!
Good evening. I'm sorry to bother you, but I thought we'd better let you know that we've got nothing left. Yes, we sent up all we had. Yes, there'll be no more from down here. What? What? Well, yes. The biscuits were mouldy. The Eccles cake was stale. The milk was sour.
About my crisps!
And the chocolate was melted. Yes, well, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. Of course. Yes, certainly. You know what he just said?
No, what?
He said, light the kettle. He did not say put on the kettle. He did not say light the gas, but light the kettle!
How can we light the kettle?
Oh, not now.
There's no gas.
Well, what do we do now?
What did he want us to light the kettle?
We wanted a cup of tea.
He wanted a cup of tea? What about me? I wanted a cup of tea all night!
Well, what do we do now?
I'm thirsty too, I'm starving! He wants a cup of tea. That beats the band, that does. Do with all the sustenance myself. What about you? You look as though you could do with something too. We send him up. All we've got and he's not satisfied. No, honest, it's enough to make the cat laugh. Why did he send him up that stuff? Why'd I send it up? Who knows what he's got upstairs? He must have something. He won't get much from down here. He's probably got a salad bowl. Notice he didn't ask for any salads. Yes, he's probably got a salad bowl. Cold meats, radishes, watercress, cucumbers, roll mops, hard-boiled eggs, the lot. He's probably got a crate of beer too. He's probably eating my crisp with a pint of beer right now. He wants a cup of tea. That's past the joke in my opinion. What's the matter with you? You don't look too bright. I don't feel too good myself either.
Time's getting on.
I know. I don't like to do the job on an empty stomach.
Just be quiet a minute, will you? Let me give you your instructions.
What for? We always do it the same.
Let me give you your instructions. We get a call. When we do, you go and you stand behind the door.
Stand behind the door.
If there's a knock on the door, you don't answer it.
There's a knock on the door, I don't answer it.
But there won't be a knock on the door.
So I won't answer it.
When the bloke comes in,
When the bloke comes in,
you shut the door behind him
I shut the door behind him
without divulging your presence.
without divulging my presence.
He'll see me and walk towards me.
He'll see you and walk towards you.
He won't see you.
Eh?
He won't see you.
He won't see me.
He won't know you're there.
He won't know you're there.
He won't know you're there.
He won't know I'm there.
I took out my gun
You take out your gun.
and he stops in his tracks.
He stops in his tracks.
If he turns around, you're there.
If he turns around, I'm here. You missed something out.
I know. What is it?
According to you, I haven't taken my gun out yet.
You take out your gun
After I've closed the door.
after you've closed the door.
You never missed that out before, you know that.
When he sees me in front of him
You in front of me,
and you behind him,
me behind him,
he'll feel uncertain.
uneasy.
He won't know what to do.
So what will he do?
He'll look at me and he'll look at you.
We won't say a word.
And he'll look at us
He won't say a word.
and we'll look at him.
Nobody says a word. What happens if it's a girl?
We do the same.
Exactly the
We
same.
do exactly the same.
We don't do anything different.
We do exactly the same.
Oh. Excuse me. Why did he send us matches if he knew there was no gas? Ben, why did he send us matches if he knew there was no gas? Why did they do that?
Who?
Who sent us those matches?
Well, what do you mean?
Who is it upstairs?
Well, what's one thing to do with another?
I ask you a question.
Enough.
You said the people who had it before moved out. Well, who moved in?
It doesn't matter.
I told you who... Didn't I? I told you I had it before, didn't I?
Shut up!
I told you I had this place before. What's he playing these games for? That's what I want to know. What's the idea?
Shut up!
We passed our test years ago, didn't we? Don't you remember we took them together? We've proved ourselves before now, years ago. Don't you remember? What's he doing it for? What's the idea? What's he playing these games for?
What games?
Skimpy! We've got nothing else! But you won't!
I'm warning you! Cool. What about this, eh? Have a look at this. Imagine that.
Oh,
That's what it says here.
is that a fact?
It's down here in black and white.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, it's enough to make you want to puke, isn't it?
Incredible.
Where are you going?
Have a glass of water.
Yes? Alright. Repeat. He has arrived and will be coming in straight away. The normal method to be employed. Yes, we're ready. Of course, we're ready. Right. Gus! Gus!